Yeah, this is Brian Jones, Vice President of the Shrimpers Association. We're out here today because we're going to have a press conference about the revelation of how many seafood restaurants have been selling local wild-caught shrimp fraudulently, because there were 40 of them apparently that were saying they were local, but they weren't. So today we're out here to highlight the good restaurants that do support us, and that there are a ton of them as well, but also try to bring transparency and accountability to the industry and make sure that, restaurant diners that are out there and patrons that are spending their hard-earned money are getting what they're paying for, which is, some of the best shrimp the world has to offer, and why we're known for our world-famous cuisine, which is our low-country seafood.
My name is Gedney Howe. That's Gedney. Last name is Howe, Howe. I'm an attorney here in Charleston, and I've been retained by the South Carolina Shrimpers Association, and we're here to talk about some things that we've got going on. And really at the core of what we have here is, in the state of South Carolina, it's illegal to say that a product is from South Carolina when it's not. And similarly, federal law prohibits the mislabeling of the origin of seafood. It is just illegal at a state and federal level. And because of that, and after conferring with my clients, this morning we filed an action in the federal court here in Charleston, asking the judge to issue an injunction forbidding local restaurants from advertising and representing the people that they serve local seafood when they don't. We're going to try and get into court to have this heard as fast as we can. In addition to the injunction that we're seeking, we're also looking for potentially the disgorgement of fraudulently earned profits. We might want the restaurants to pay back this money that they fraudulently earned. We're doing that on behalf of the South Carolina Shrimpers because these boys are tired. And this just outright fraud and deception simply cannot continue, and it's got to come to a stop. These boys don't want a lot. They just want to be able to work and earn a living and continue the work that their parents and grandparents that came before them did. In closing, the last thing I'll say to y'all before I turn it over to the actual shrimpers who are suffering is, we're not live, are we? Maybe we are, I don't know. Our authenticity is not for sale, just our shrimp.
This isn't about, trying to hurt somebody or be vindictive or anything like that. What we're trying to do is fight for what's right, for fairness, for honesty. And the reason we invited these wonderful restaurants behind us is to show that you can, in fact, be profitable. You can serve amazing meals and with the highest quality and still, make good business decisions.
Well, safety and quality of the product you're putting out at your restaurant is paramount. Got to be. It was great to see these restaurants there that are doing what they say they're doing on their menus. They were represented, and that was really cool. 4 out of 40 that were DNA tested, where the shrimp were checked, were doing what they're supposed to do. Georgia is getting involved with this. They're in the process of working with their state representatives and the legislature to move to have legislation brought forth. If you're going to advertise for domestically harvested shrimp, wild-caught shrimp, you got to serve them. And if you're not, you can't have that on your menu. It's simply false advertising. And I don't know about you guys, but as a patron, when I go into a restaurant, I expect to see good quality shrimp when I order them. And if it says they're wild-caught shrimp, that's what I'm looking to be served. Well, generations have been out working the waters here, and we're hoping it continues. The industry is hoping that this will kind of help those groups manage their prices and the resources they're harvesting. Well, hey, that's all we got. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and if you haven't done it yet, please think about subscribing to the channel. Love to have you. It's free. Not going to cost you a dime to subscribe. Thanks a lot, and you guys be safe out there.